We've got the Grizzlies in Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee, against an Eastern Conference team here at the FedEx Forum. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Outside, Thomas. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Thomas got the opening basket of the game for Brooklyn. Well, Greg, this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. To the paint. Here's Edey, and he goes in for the dunk.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Pass to Thomas. Here's the three, and the Nets another three.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
Johnson outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Misses the three. And a wide open look for Bane. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Bane's got 6.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
The three from Thomas. It's Thomas on the wing. Nets passing it around. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over Bane. Another miss by Johnson. Morant looking around. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the game here. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Here's Melton. Following the basket by Ja Morant. It's good.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
And they double up Morant to the left side wing. From the arc, connects from three-point range. 8 points for him.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And it's Morant missing.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
First team.
1:04 left to play in the first quarter. Over in the corner, Williams. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. Outside Thomas. 5 on the clock. Picked by Williams. And Thomas is good for 3. Thomas got 9 points.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
To the inside. Johnson. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Edey. The 7-footer falls. 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Johnson left side.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Brooklyn shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And he knocks down the first one.
Cameron Johnson, 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Here's Morant. No good on the shot. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Grizzlies lead by 1 and will return shortly.
The Nets, 17.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Here's Pippen to the middle. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got his first points of the game.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Aldama. Outside for Pippen. Now Kennard. Jackson with it. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother, Powell, play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. And Kevin, that pride certainly showed."
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway. The Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Basket good.
Cameron Thomas.
Now it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Here's Thomas. 13 points in the game. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Johnson's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn. Williams with the block. Johnson left side. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. That one goes in. And the Nets lead by 8.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Aldama. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Nets leading by 7. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Marvin Bagley picks one up.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Watching Morant drive is like watching lightning move across the sky. If you blink, you might miss it.
Here's Thomas. Aldama with the rebound. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Now just a 5-point Nets lead. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Right side, Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Over Bain. Here's Melton. Outside for Thomas. Screen by Claxton. Down low. Goes back up. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. The Grizzlies trail by 5. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And we all know Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
Now Melton. Pass to Thomas. From about 19 feet. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Brooklyn ahead, up 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And here's Morant. Payne for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Here's Thomas. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Now here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And the agility, the hops, Morant just explodes off the floor.
Melton with the ball. Inside. Claxton. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for Nick Claxton.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. They get it back. Pass to Johnson. Here's Claxton. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Claxton's got 4 points in the quarter. Now, here's Kennard. Here's Bane. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First team foul.
And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a number one option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
Here's Thomas. Here's Melton. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Look, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Stolen by Jackson. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Brooklyn trailing. Up top, Russell. Still without a basket.
Memphis foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here is Russell. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And the precision passing of Russell, this time out of the pick and roll.
After back-to-back 50-win seasons, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Russell. 5 to shoot. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Thomas got 5 points now this quarter. Outside Jackson. Thomas with the steal. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Now into the line.
To the inside. Claxton. And the basket is good. And now a 5-point Nets lead.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
First personal foul.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Coming onto the floor for the Nets.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense. And
On the rafters, he punched it in.
are you kidding me?
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. It's the Nets now. Here's Russell. Outside Thomas. Three-pointer. Good on the triple. Thomas got 24.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
56.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here is Russell. Here's Claxton. Out to the right wing. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now Morant. Outside, Bain. There's the triple. They get it again. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Nick Claxton.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson gonna give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And stolen by Williams. It's Thomas on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. Thomas got 27. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Cameron Thomas.
And that one misses. Nets leading by 4. Pass to Thomas. Bain with the steal. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Russell with a wide open look. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
3.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Back to Thomas. Clock at 6. Johnson outside. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Jackson. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Pass to Thomas. On the wing, Williams. Back to Thomas. And it falls over the rim and in. Thomas got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
And he does get the second one. And that turns the lead to 6.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Johnson in the corner. Fires for 3. And Bane pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Morant gets it to go.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Back to Russell. We've got 1:23 left in the game. Back to Thomas. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Pass to Kennard. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Thomas a screen. The 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Thomas got 32 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Morant. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, with that little pump fake, Morant has a sneaky way of initiating contact.
And he makes both free throws.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
On the wing, Williams. Back to Russell. Down low. Pass to Claxton. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Thomas. Here's Russell. The kick out to Williams. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. To the paint. Thomas. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Free throw good, Thomas. So it's the Nets picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like